If buying a home is on your list of goals for 2023, let me share with you some of the best strategy that's going on right now. Did you know that you can get the seller to buy down your interest rate up to 3% by just asking the right questions and structuring the deal the right way? It's called a 3-2-1 buy down or a 2-1 buy down. Let me tell you how this works. When looking for a property to buy, you're going to pay attention to the days on market. You're going to pay attention to price reductions. These are going to be your biggest indications that you're able to negotiate and get a deal on this property. So whenever you're offering on these properties, we have calculators that you can use to tell you the exact amount of seller concessions that you'll need to buy your rate down up to 3 percentage points for the first year. So how do these 3-2-1 and 2-1 buy downs work? So say your qualification rate today is 6.5%, and that's what you qualify off of. If you're able to negotiate a 3-2-1 buy down, your first year interest rate is going to be at 3.5%. Your second year interest rate is going to be at 4.5%. Your third year interest rate is going to be at 5.5%. And in that fourth year, you're going to be back up to that 6.5% that you qualified for. And on a 2-1 buy down, it's the same thing, but it's only for 2 years. So if your start rate's 6.5, your first year is going to be 4.5, and your second year is going to be 5.5. That you're locked in at that low pricing and able to get into your home. You know, the first few years of the home, you're going to have some moving expenses. You're going to want to furnish the place. You might want to put some money or some remodel into it. So it's going to give you a price break to get into that property and have a big equity position whenever it's all said and done. So a big question is, what happens if the rates do drop in between our adjustment point till we get back up to the 6.5%? What's going to happen? We can run some numbers for you, and if it makes sense to refinance you into a fixed rate that's not going to adjust on you at all, we can go ahead and do that. And any unused amount of those seller concessions that are stored away to help buy your interest rate down for those years that you don't use are going to go straight to paying down your principal balance. So those seller concessions are never wasted, and you're always able to take advantage of that. This market is showing a lot of opportunity. With the right education and the right strategy, we're putting people into huge equity positions on their property. I'm not joking. In a $300,000 price point, we're seeing $95,000 equity position. $400,000 price point. We saw one the other day, $168,000 in instant equity that they walked into just by buying a home. So there are some desperate sellers out there. How do you find these deals? How do you negotiate these deals? And how do you ask for these programs, the 3-2-1 or the 2-1 buy downs? I'm happy to set up a schedule appointment with you guys, walk over this strategy, encourage you on the homes to be offering on. I'm able to talk to your agents. I'm able to talk to the listing agents, and we can put these deals together to make a big impact on you and your family's lives for the future. A big objection is, I hear on the market today, hey, we're going to wait till the interest rates go down. What do you think is going to happen when the interest rates go down? Everyone's going to flood back into the market, and it's going to be back into a multiple offer situation where you guys are fighting over property. You're having to pay over ask price, and you're not really getting a time to shop around and negotiate. So now is the time to be buying a home. Now is the time that we're going to be finding these deals. We're seeing trends in history already showing that we're going back into a seller's market in many areas. So I'll show you the areas that are still buyer's opportunity, buyer's markets, and we can help make a strategy for you to make some equity and put you and your family in the best decision for homing a home in the future. Again, Ryan Mandley, Iconic Rate. Feel free to click the link in my bio. Visit me on dreamhomefunder.com. We're able to schedule an appointment for you to make a plan for you and your family to be homeowners in 2023.